and welcome to the Eff the Glitter podcast, the podcast that is centered around highlighting women of color in the world of graphic design, brand design, and marketing strategy. I am your host, Ashley of A. Louise Creative, and today I have the honor of having Miss Tijania Goodwin as a guest with us. Tijania is the brand strategist and owner of the Divine Connections Agency located in Philadelphia, PA. So we on the East Coast today. Yes. So Tijania, tell us a little bit about you, your business, and how awesome you are.
Oh my gosh, I'm just so dope. You have to have that dope mentality, even if you feel like you're a beginner or you're like you're super smart in whatever your industry is in. I'm from Philadelphia, like she said, and I'm a mogul in the making. I'm literally a Jill of all trades. I do everything.
I just Philly. Okay.
Even if that's not particularly what I do right now, I definitely have dib and dabbed in a little bit of everything. Like she said, my business is the Divine Connections Agency, and this is where I help clients find brand identity and brand purpose. I do everything with purpose, for purpose. So I feel like if you're going to invest time and money, which is some things you can't get back, you need to be doing it because you love to do it.
Right.
It's just been something I've been doing for a very, very long time. When I first started my own business, I was doing event planning. So I was doing full service event planning and coordinating. Then after a while, I said, oh, you know what? I really like networking with people. I'm a people person. So I love networking with people, getting to understand people, their purpose, all that good stuff. So I said, you know what? I'm going to just shift what kind of events I do and just do like social events, networking events, empowerment events, those kind of events where I can be more hands-on versus doing a wedding and just like be there day of and that's it. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I said, I'm going to dip and dab in that. But then after I started doing that for a little bit, I started tapping into my graphic and digital side. So I said, oh man, I'm going to start getting back into this. I mean, my mom bought me a computer when I was 8 years old. I was
really?
Girl was typing my homework in the third grade. And I was like, you know what? So every time I talk to clients or potential clients, I always say, think about those things your parents made you do when you were younger that you didn't want to do. And those are the things that you probably can be successful at. So I took all those things my mom was beating in my head as a kid. And I said, you know what? I'm going to just do it. And I just been doing it now for 5-6 years professionally.
Okay.
But, I have been doing it since I was 8 years old.
Wow. So how long has it been full time for you?
Oh my gosh, full time. So I left my corporate job in 2016. So 4 years.
Just a couple years. All right. Well, that's what's up then. Welcome to the club.
Yes, girl.
Okay. So being that you have an event planning background, what are your favorite type of clients to work with or your favorite type of projects to work on?
Oh my God.
What gets you going?
Oh, when I first started, my favorite type of clients were like, not wedding, I'll tell you that. I had some good wedding clients, but wedding was not where it was at. More of like your social events, so like birthday parties, even engagement, what other kinds? Networking events. Like I said, I'm really big on networking, meeting people and placing people in the room so you can, network, of course, with others because you never know what kind of impact somebody can have.
Right.
So I love like those kind, but like I moved into, your conferences, corporate events. I even like church events. I like church events, planning little church events for the youth department. And it's just always a good time, just, handling the kids and, making them do what they need to do. So, I mean, I enjoy anything when it's amongst people.
Okay. So any of the low stress events.
Absolutely.
So weddings were just a little bit too high strung.
Girl, especially full service when you really not. I think sometimes brides just don't know exactly what they want, of course, because especially if it's more than likely it's your first go round. So you don't know everything that you need. You like, well, do you need me to help 100%? Do you need me to help 50%? Or do you need me to just be day of? Right. So it's like, so I'm like,
they don't know because they've never been married before. Right.
This is stressful.
Yeah. I used to do wedding stationery.
Really?
I've been a graphic designer since I was like 16.
Wow.
And I used to, when in 2014, I
Mm-hmm.
decided to go like strictly into wedding stationery.
Okay.
And I recently decided I didn't want to do that no more because the stress level, like it was too
Yeah.
much. It was like, but it's paper. I mean, yes, it's paper. It's very important, but it's paper. Like you up
Yeah.
here and we need to come back down here so
Mm-hmm.
you can talk to me. Like, yeah, I was like, I don't want to do this anymore. So I'm here. I
You
feel
said,
you. I was like, I
it's
just want
over.
business. I just want business. I don't want to do this no more. I was just, I'm not for it. And then I care too much. So then I'm like, no, but see, this is how we want to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was like, oh man, it was just too solid. No.
I
So
get
with
it.
that, what has been your most enjoyable project to date? Like we
Hmm.
talked about your favorites. So like, what's been the one that was like, we did that? Yes.
I think my most enjoyable project was, so I have one client. Well, I have a few clients that I do consecutive work for,
Okay.
but my favorite client is Lakia Diggs from Baltimore, Maryland.
Mm-hmm.
She has her own hair salon called, and her own brand called the Kia Experience.
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, "This is my old logo. I need you to like,
Fix
I need you to just revamp everything. Like just go ham. I don't even care what you do. These are my colors,
Oh, she must have
and
hated it then.
I'm with it." She like, "I'm with it." I'm like, yes, like that's my favorite kind of client. Like the one that just give you just, you can just do whatever you want. Like this is the name of my business. These are the colors, and that's it.
Work your magic.
Yeah, so
I
I've
think that's
done so much work for her. Like she is a project. Her whole brand is a project.
I
So
think that's like a
like,
general consensus amongst us creatives. It's like, if you just let me do my thing, I promise you'll love it.
right,
And they're like, yeah. And all of us are like, that's my favorite kind. Just let me do my thing.
girl. Oh my gosh, it was just so much fun. Like doing her logo, doing her templates for her social media, doing her media kit because she's very much published. Like she's
mm-hmm.
done Vogue Italy, BT, Essence. Like she's out here. So I'm all like,
Wow.
oh no, I gotta make sure. Like I just redid her media kit, so I'm all like, oh no, we gotta make sure you clean, consistent, modern, chic. That's the kind of work that you do. Like
Mm-hmm.
so, yeah, she's like a project within itself.
Those are the
Like,
best kind of clients to have, though. Like, it's
yes.
always work. It's always work. Yes,
Oh
yes,
my
yes, yes,
gosh. I'll be like,
yes.
listen, don't come to me if you want ombre and glitter. Okay? Because I can't. Mm-mm.
That's the name of the podcast. And quite honestly, that is why that's the name of the podcast. You are the second person to get it. That is why. I
I
hate
can't.
glitter.
I just
Hate
can't.
glitter.
Oh no. Mm-mm.
So, since we've been on punishment since March, how has business been?
So business actually has been pretty consistent. Like I was actually surprised in how many, customers I was getting and referrals that I was getting in regards to any kind of digital marketing.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, oh, this is good. People are really using this time to tap into their business, whether they already have one or they want to start one. So I
Mm-hmm.
was really, really excited about that. I was actually kind of prepared to, have some
Some
decline
down.
in
Mm-hmm.
clients. So this was actually like a little blessing in disguise. So it actually kept me busy. And the good thing is that I have contracts with different organizations here in the city that I'm still getting paid for anyway. So even
Mm-hmm.
sometimes where I have to maybe like go into an office to do some work, I don't have to because I can do everything from home.
That's what's up.
So it's been pretty good. I can't complain.
That's what's up. Oh, excuse me. Oh, Jesus. What was that? It's the coffee. It's the coffee. So, so how do you feel about the representation of women of color in our industry? Like we're creatives, we're in graphic design, we're helping people build their businesses. But like,
Mm-hmm.
how do you feel about the representation or the lack thereof of us?
I mean, I guess from my point of view, I really don't think we're underrepresented.
Okay.
I think because being as though we deal with a lot of digital things,
Mm-hmm.
people don't get to see the physical face. They don't get to be in front of us. We're doing the work behind the scenes.
Mm-hmm.
But of course, something like event planning, we out here. Like we really
Right.
are out here, but being as though, everything now it has to be virtual. We actually, we don't get to have that experience with people. We don't, everything is virtual. So I feel like in our area, I feel like we pretty decent. I'm in a couple groups where a lot of women, women of color, who do, who are creatives, even like a lot of males, because I know sometimes this industry can be dominated by males. But I feel us as women and women of color, I feel like we're doing a really good job in making our product known, so people will know, who we are, and this is the face behind the brand.
Okay. Do you think that might be kind of because we put ourselves in places or in communities where there's a lot of people who look like us? Like, I know that like the way that we met was through a Facebook group. Somehow, some way, it's a Facebook group because that's the only way I've been advertising. And so the Facebook group was either women of color or brand build launch where 90% of us are Black, or it was what's the other one, buy Black or something, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, do you think part of that is because we put ourselves in communities where there's a lot of people like us? Or
I definitely do. But you have to not be scared to also put yourself in those places where you are literally the minority, because you don't want to leave no money on the table.
No.
So you need to put yourself everywhere. Everywhere that you feel that you that you fit. You know what I mean? It's unfortunate that you want to say where you fit, but it's like, you don't want to be somewhere where you're uncomfortable. But sometimes uncomfortable situations work out better. So so I mean, you just have to put yourself in the room and see how things work. Pitch yourself the best way you know how, and let the magic happen.
Okay. So how would you describe your style, like your design style, when you approach a project, when it comes out? Like, how would somebody identify that that's you? Like, I say mine is like, I'm pretty minimalistic. I try to be, at least. Like I said, I try not to use a lot of gradients and I try to stick with blocks, because my background is print. It's wedding stationery. So like my background is print. So like every time I'm designing something, I'm designing it with the intent that at some point somebody's gonna print it out, and it's got to be able to translate, when it gets there. So like, how would you describe your design style?
I would say probably minimalistic as well. I'm very clean. Chic. I would say some of my style is even modern. Depending on the client, the vibes I get from the client, I can feel energy, whether it's in person, through the phone. So I can even feel, of course, when somebody's kind of clueless on what they want. So I always tell potential customers or clients, make sure that you send me, some images of some things that you may have seen, because I'll use them, of course, on a mood board. So I can get, a sense of where they want to go. Because some people may say, I own an ice cream shop and I need a design for an ice cream shop, like a brochure or something. But the ice cream shop, I can't think, it has to be, childish, or it can be actually a luxury ice cream parlor, so it needs to come off, that way. So I need to know all the deets in order to proceed in making this beautiful design that you said, like somebody may print or somebody may put on a website, whatever it is. But I'm very clean, chic, straight to the point. I'm a girl that's still like all black graphics, this color. So, so it's just like, okay, however you feel. But yeah, like I said, they know not to come with me with all the ombre and the
don't come over here with no glitter
and all the illustrations with the nails and the claws and no, I don't do that. I don't do that kind of.
Okay. So with someone who is, let's talk about you. Let's talk about you. Okay. So what would you say when you decided to finally leave your corporate job? What was the most important step that you took when stepping out?
I had to believe in myself.
Okay.
I had to make sure that despite any downfalls that I was still going to make it. Because that's huge. When you're leaving a corporate job, you're leaving somewhere where you were, one, getting benefits, two, you were getting paid every 2 weeks or every week, however your job did pay out. And now you're not getting that no more.
Right.
And I had some money aside, and I put some money aside. I said, all right, this money is going to last me X amount of time because I know how much my bills are. I know how much, I need to put aside for maybe my vehicle if I have to get registration or insurance or, that kind of stuff. And then of course, on a rainy day, you might have an unexpected bill or
Expense.
whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to set some things aside. Yes, you will never be financially prepared. Like you really will not.
Say it
And
again. Say it again.
you will not be financially prepared for when you leave a corporate job or a full-time job, whatever you're doing. But I had to learn how to believe in myself because you're going to have times where you like, oh my gosh, I'm going back to work because I can't take this. Like you really go through a lot of ups and downs. I had times where I had like very, very minimum in my bank account, trying to figure out how electric was staying on, how I was going to pay my water bill. And you might have to get on a couple payment plans. You have to do what you have to do. So don't think that just because you might hit a bump in the road that it's the end. It's really not. But keep having faith in yourself and knowing that it's going to be light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah. I try to. Anybody who has like, well, I want to start my own business, and I want to do it full time. Honestly, I think that this whole situation with COVID-19 kind of created like that insurance package that a lot of people needed in order to step out. Because like how this unemployment is working out, like people are getting their regular unemployment, which might be $150 to $200 a week, but then they're getting $600 on top of that. And so for a lot of people, that's more than they were making at their regular job, And so I think it's giving those people that insurance package that they needed to actually take that step because they had a little bit of cushion to kind of make those moves without the fear of the bottom falling out. You know what I mean?
And let's not forget about the stimulus check.
That bogus piece of mess. I don't know. That was an extra tax refund. Hey, we want you to go buy them shoes you was thinking about. That wasn't no stimulus, nothing. That was we gonna give you this money so you can give it right back and feel like you got some power. That's what that was.
Girl, I was like, give me my money back. Thank you.
Man, please. Please. So for someone who is looking for your particular service, someone who's looking for your expertise, what is some advice that you would give them while vetting a professional?
Do your research. We're in a lot of groups, just as business owners, creatives. We're in a lot of groups on social media, and it's a lot of people who false advertise,
Mm-hmm.
and you don't want to be the one that falls into the hole. You done spent money for something it wasn't no more communication after payment, or you never even received the product, and now you're talking about weeks later. So do your research. I know for me personally, it's people that reach out to me like through my Facebook and Instagram, but a lot of my clients are referrals from previous clients.
Mm-hmm.
So they already have somebody that can legitimately say,
Verify.
she legit, she do good work, she gets your stuff out in a timely manner. And that's how I get a lot of my clients. But that's definitely the first thing I would do is do research in regards to getting whatever kind of digital marketing you need for your brand. Just period. Just do research, period. If you're somebody who want to sell socks or something, you need to do research. What wholesale people can I go to? Is there such thing as private labeling?
Right.
Reach out to these kind of people so you can figure out which way you want to go. There's various ways you can go with business and doing business. So I would say definitely just do your research.
Yeah, I agree. Like a lot of my clients that I get, they're trust building exercises because somebody done messed up and disappeared, went ghost, which I don't understand why that's something in our community, but somebody went ghost. And so now half of our relationship is me rebuilding their trust in a designer, period, or in a brand strategist, somebody who's going to help them because the other person dropped the ball and they're like, oh, I'm scarred. It's like a bad relationship. Like you got to rebuild my heart. I don't want to do this anymore. Here we go. So I totally like do your research. And And get the social proof. Like you said, get the social proof. Like ask around. One of my last
Mm-hmm.
guests, they said ask the other clients that they had. Like go ask them directly. Like, hey, I see that you worked with so and so. Like, how was the experience? You know,
Yep.
because they could have done awesome work, but then they didn't talk to you for 3 weeks. So it's like, well, I don't know what's
I ain't
going on
got
with
time
my
to do
project.
that. Mm-mm.
Like,
Because I
yeah,
know I don't want to be treated like that.
right. Like, it's your money. And my goal is to make sure you get your money back that you spent with me. But
Yep.
I got to talk to you in order for that to happen. Like, I can't just disappear. Like, how does that work? I don't know. But yeah, so when is your birthday?
August the 8th.
Yeah, I knew it. Leo gang. Yay.
Yes.
August 3rd.
We
Yes.
in it, y'all.
We
We in
got
it.
60 days. Mm. Yes.
Yes, August the 8th.
Oh man, that's my new interview question. Let me add this to my outline.
Yes, come on.
When
Ask a little
is
birthday zodiac
your
sign.
birthday? I told my other guest her birthday is August the 6th. And I was like, I gotta get
What?
you a shirt. We
That's
got
my
Leo
god
gang
sister
shirts.
birthday.
We got Leo gang shirts. I get you a shirt. Yes. Okay. That's added. Yep. We gotta do that. Okay. So now we've made it to the fun part of the
Okay, first time.
interview. These are the random questions. Questions about
Okay.
you. I want our listeners, like I want Eff the Glitter to not only be a platform for us to be heard and for us to be seen, but also kind of like a resource for possible clients or future clients to kind of get to know the
Right.
designers or the strategists. And I feel personally that if you have some kind of a relationship or if you feel like you know the person, you're more likely to spend your money with them. And that comes into
Yeah.
brand and marketing strategy. People have
Mm-hmm.
emotional connections and they want to spend with you. And so I want them to kind of feel you, not just in
Yeah.
your, in your questions for the interview, but also,
Right.
kind of get to know who you are. So they're like, oh yeah, I need to find her. Like I like her interview. I like her episode. Let me call Tijania. Like, yeah. So what would you say your favorite style of food is?
Solid food.
Food, period. What makes
Cheese.
you happy?
I love cheese.
I love
I
it.
love cheese. Like I've been eating cheese since I probably had teeth. Like
Really?
literally, like cheese is so good. I love all kinds of cheese. Whether it's grated, but the best kind, I believe. Well, I eat a lot of block now,
Mm-hmm.
but when I was a kid, I used to go to like the little poppy store or the little grocery store with my mama in the corner, and I used to get like $1 worth of American sliced cheese, and I'll just eat
Mm.
the cheese out the bag.
Really? No, okay. I love cheese too. Not that much, but I love cheese too. And like it's on almost everything. And
Yes.
my dad growing up, he used to give us like as a snack, he used to give us the American cheese and he folded up into little squares
Yeah.
and we peel them
Yes.
off.
Oh my god. It's just like a really like it's a the taste like it's just something about it between American and then you have your sharps, then you
Uh-huh.
have your mozzarellas, your parmesans, your
Look at this.
smoked
Yes.
smoked Gouda. I mean, I cook on the side too. So
Okay.
I mean, I'm not like trying to start it as no business or anything,
Don't
but I
forget.
cook a little something.
Don't
It's
forget.
just enough for the kitchen. Okay.
So I'm going to ask, do you partake in spirits and libations?
Yes.
What is
I
your
do
cocktail of
that.
choice?
My cocktail of choice. Let's see. I'm a wine girl. I do like wine, but
Okay.
when I want to go hard in the paint, gotta pull out the Quavo. We
Okay.
gotta pull out some Jack Daniels with ginger ale. I'm a dark girl. I
Hmm.
like dark liquor.
Okay. Alrighty.
Uh-huh.
So do you get the chance to travel?
Yes, I'm a
What's your
traveling
favorite?
baby.
What's your favorite? Like of all the places that you've been, where's your favorite location or place
My
you've been?
favorite location, I actually just went a few years ago. I went to Dubai and Athens, Greece,
Nice.
and it was the best
Really?
trip ever. See, I come from a traveling family. Like my mom and my aunt had their own travel agency
Oh, okay.
back when I was a kid, so I traveled all over the
You had
world. But
access.
that was like the best, and I have to go back because I feel like it's so much to do there. You
Hmm.
can't do it in the limited time that you're there. Like you just can't. Like me and my god sister had a ball.
Oh.
Like, we had a ball. Over there in Dubai, they have, I think it's every Tuesday. It's either every Tuesday or every Thursday. Women drink for free. So after 9 o'clock, if you go into like a lounge or a bar or a club or something like that, all your drinks are free.
Well,
Yeah.
may have to make a girl's trip.
Girl,
We
book
might
you
have
a
to do
trip.
that.
Book you a trip, girl. Oh
So,
my God.
with that said, when you're in a creative funk, like what are some ways that you like to pull yourself out?
Cut my computer off. I have to. Like, I have to cut my computer off because it's plenty of times I've been in a space where I feel like I can't deliver.
Mm-hmm.
So usually I'll just cut my computer off and I'll usually either wait until late. I really just restart when my body says so.
Okay.
Like, all right, like my mind start going again. I'm like, all right, now it's time. Like sometimes I need to sleep on it. Sometimes I just need to just rest because I've been overworking. So yeah, usually I'll just cut my computer off. I'll even pray about it, like, God, please give me the creativity to, create
Right.
this, whatever it is for this person.
Mm-hmm.
And, I just keep moving after that. But I definitely will shut this computer
Gotcha. Okay. Okay.
down. Mm-hmm.
It's very good advice, y'all. Just think about that. It's okay to turn the screen off.
Yeah,
It's okay. Like,
absolutely.
I'll walk away completely.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Completely. So, when you finally get a chance to relax, what are
Mm-hmm.
some of the things that you like to do?
Meditate.
Really?
I meditate. I really love to meditate. I usually do it in the morning and at night before I go to bed.
Mm-hmm.
Because it kind of calms my nerves after
Mm-hmm.
working all day. So I meditate. I also love to write. I'm an author, so I love to write. So I'll journal. And I love doing that because I can write my feelings down. Sometimes I don't want to verbally say them, so I'll
Mm-hmm.
just write down how I feel or how
Okay.
my day went. So yeah, meditating and journaling. Even sometimes I'll just sit in a quiet place. Anything I can do to get my aura back to the way it was before I started getting super creative. Like,
Mm-hmm.
because it's draining. It's
Mm-hmm.
draining sometimes, you're pulling from places that you don't even know you can pull from. So it's like you putting a lot of strain on your brain. You might talk a lot because I do consulting, so I'll be on the phone or, doing virtual stuff. So it can be draining sometimes. So anything to kind of put myself back in that me time is good for me. Have a glass of wine, watch TV. I watch ratchet TV. So, I watch a little bit of that, a series. I might get on I might get on Facebook and be like, yo, what's the best thing to watch on Netflix right now? Or,
Right.
so, I'm always trying to keep myself entertained. So it's always important to indulge in that self-care, self-love, because you can't be productive and build and create things that people will love if you're not pouring that into yourself.
Right. Yeah, I totally agree. Well, we have come to the closing remarks part
Oh
of
my
our
God.
interview. I know. I feel a connection. I feel like it's got to continue. So we'll probably do like a part 2 in a few weeks or
Yes, we
something.
can do a part 2.
But so where can people find you? Where do people need to go to find Tijania? How do they get in contact with you? How do they see your work? Like, tell us where we can
Okay.
find you.
So you can find me on Facebook at Tijania Goodwin. You can find me on there as well under the Divine Connections Agency because I have a business page on there. You can
Mm-hmm.
find me on Instagram at the Tijania Experience or Purposely Bossing Up, which is my podcast. So I have to return the favor.
Oh, yes.
I put you on season 3.
That's
I'll
pops
put you on
up.
season 3. So you can find me on there. I'm on LinkedIn as Tijania Goodwin. I'm actually rebranding my website right now. So I'll be letting everybody know when that will be coming up.
Okay. Well, once again, thank you for joining us today on Eff the Glitter.
Yes, I
Um,
had a pleasure. It was a good time.
I had a great time too. I'm so glad you came to spend this time with me. Oh,
Yes.
yes. So I look forward to reconnecting with you,
Yes,
definitely. And
please do.
we definitely got to make sure that everybody can get in contact with you who's looking to have their brand either started from scratch or rebranded completely. If it needs a facelift, or just need a facelift, if it needs to be cleaned up, all those things, you need to talk to
Yeah.
Miss Tijania Goodwin. Yes. All right.